Hey Shooby Doodlers, how are you doing? Well, Pinky Pug Game Clips contacted me recently. Said, please draw a radio, and I thought that's a good idea. I thought I will draw a kind of old-fashioned retro radio. So I'm starting off with a box. If you don't know how to draw boxes, go and see this video up here. And so it's kind of lots of rhombuses kind of stuck together like that. Now, to make this look retro, we want to kind of smooth out the edges. And in fact, I'm going to curl that there, and I'm going to curl that there. I'm going to curl that around the top, that around the top, and I'm going to make that a bit more curly there as well. So this is going to be all round edges. And that's going to need an extra kind of thickness there, and that would be there. And then we're going to have a handle, which will kind of come up like that. And if I draw a kind of a sausage there, and then that coming down to there, we're going to want to have the buttons across the top. So they're kind of like an extra little box. And maybe we could have one of them kind of pressed down as well, like that. Then here we're going to want to have the tuning dial, and this is going to be an ellipse. So it's not a circle. When you look at it front on, it's a circle, but when you're looking at it sideways on, it becomes squashed into an ellipse like that. And then that will have its kind of rim around the outside. And then we're going to want to see the tuning kind of circle thing inside it, and a little bit inside there again. And then we're going to want to have kind of lines coming across, so I'm just going to kind of draw them in like that. I'm going to start up at the top here and bring that around like that, and then we can draw this kind of bit here, which will be the bit that holds on the handle, and then the top of the handle will go like that. But then we want to have these kind of bumpy bits where the fingers kind of hold it like that. Okay, we'll leave the handle there for the moment. Now the next thing that's nearest to us is going to be this dial. So I'm going to carefully draw this ellipse, and then the kind of inner bit. And then we want this tuning dial, and that will have a kind of a circle in the middle of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little line across like that. And then I think I'm going to do these little buttons on the top like that. So I'm not drawing the whole thing. That one's sort of pressed down. That will go to there, and that will come down. So I'm not drawing every kind of line, as it were. So then I can draw this line here, which is going to go all the way around to, I'm going to stop about there, and then this will come all the way around the front like that. Now these lines I'm going to draw are kind of covering up the loudspeaker area, so they're going straight across, and then they curve around here. So this little curve at the end is going to give you that kind of feeling of it curving around at the end. Sounds logical. So just keep drawing these nice and gently. I could probably draw them a bit more nice and gently if I wasn't talking at the same time. So that will be kind of the edge there, and you can maybe put little kind of a dot line down there, and there's going to be a hint of an edge there like that, and then we can bring the rest of the radio around there and curve that around there, and then we can also kind of put a back piece on there too, like that. And then we can finish off the handle. When you are sure that the ink is dry, then you can erase the pencil lines. And I'm going to put a little line there, which is going to put it on the table. So I can then put some shading in to put it on the table. Now that's going to be a bit confusing there with all these lines. So I'm going to cross hatch it just to make it a bit more obvious. And we might have a little bit of shade under there. We might have a bit of shade just to go around the corner there, and I think we'll probably have a little bit of shade on the handle, maybe down there, a little bit there too. We could maybe make that a bit darker at the back, and then it comes lighter up at the top. We could maybe also just do a bit of shading across, hat shading across there like that too. I think we'd have a bit of shade there and maybe in there as well. And then this tuning part here, I'm going to kind of shade it all in quite dark, leaving that little white stripe across the middle. And then the sort of the light is coming this way, so there'll be a bit of shadow inside, and then that might cast a bit of shadow too. I think we can put radio, maybe a bit of shading just there, and then finally I think we probably want to be sticking the aerial up, or the antenna, if you call it an antenna. I call it an aerial, and that will pick up the signal. And there you go, how to draw a retro radio. Well, thanks for watching. Please like this video and make sure you are subscribed to the Draw Stuff Real Easy channel. You can support my videos by following me on my Patreon page. Put your drawing idea requests in the comments box below, and remember to keep drawing, drawing, drawing. Practice, 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 and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.